Have you ever thought about opening your own mobile cart or kiosk business? Maybe the facility you manage could establish new revenue by adding coffee, food, or retail services. Cart King International can be the answer to your needs. Cart King is a North American designer and manufacturer of the finest mobile coffee, food, and retail carts and kiosks. Cart King has been working with clients and corporations across North America for 20 years, providing innovative designs, custom manufacturing, and timely delivery. Carts and kiosks are fun, and so are the dozens of designs on our website. Please visit us today at www.cart-king.com or just call us at 1-877-986-7771 and get your sales rolling.
If you find yourself in need of legal representation, it can be a very stressful time in your life. In my career, I have dealt with thousands of lawyers, I've dealt with thousands of law firms, and I can confidently recommend to you Keith M. Davidson at kmdlaw.com. Available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just log into kmdlaw.com. That's kmdlaw.com. Or you can call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. That's 833-4KMD-LAW. Personal injury, wrongful death, STDs, sexual assault, car accidents. They handle it all efficiently and professionally. It doesn't matter how imposing the opposition may be, because the team at kmdlaw.com are battle-tested and fierce. They will not stop until justice prevails. Go to kmdlaw.com or call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. If you're in for the fight of your life, stop screwing around and contact KMD Law. PureSoapFlakes.com, 218-568-2525. Have you ever heard of Castile Soap? Pure Soap Flake Company handcrafts fine soap bars, laundry powder, and concentrated soap flakes using organic vegetable oils from their northern Minnesota facility. Bathe your body and wash your clothes with pure soap products that are free of fragrance, GMOs, palm oil, sodium lauryl sulfate, and synthetic additives. Keep it clean, folks. Pure Soap Flake Company products are kind to living creatures and sensitive skin, safe for drains and waterways, and work great in high-efficiency washers and top and front-loading machines. They have a little promotion going on. Contact them to order some soap. Mention the Opperman Report. You're going to get a free gift. They're going to send a little extra soap, travel size, soap bars and laundry soap, cleaning soap flakes. I've been using that stuff all day long today. Great stuff. Order today at puresoapflakes.com or give them a call, 218-568-2525, 218-568-2525. Pure Soap Flake Company is a proud member of the Handcrafted Soap and Cosmetic Guild. Aquadam.net. Give them a call at 707-764-2119. A flooded home is never easy to deal with. You're left with the mess to clean up, having to deal with the insurance company, not to mention the memories that are lost that you can never replace. To those who live in flood-prone and hurricane-prone areas, which is just around the corner, prepare now. Hurricane season is right around the corner. Visit Aquadam.net to see how they can help you prepare to avoid flood damage this season and every season thereafter. An Aquadam could be another tool in your arsenal to protect your home and property from the floodwaters. A cofferdam, using water to control water, that can protect your home, your business, your church, your neighborhood, like a dam, but without the beavers. Give Aquadam a call at 707-764-2119, 707-764-2119, or look them up online at aquadam.net. They're also on Facebook at Aquadam Inc., or call or email them today. They can help you out. Give them a call. Tell them Opperman Report sent you. Opperman Report, that's 10% off the price to anyone who mentions the Opperman Report.
It's the Opperman Report. Join digital forensic investigator and PI Ed Opperman for an in-depth discussion of conspiracy theories, strategy of New World Order resistance, high-profile court cases in the news, and interviews with expert guests and authors on these topics and more. It's the Opperman Report. And now, here is investigator Ed Opperman.
Okay, welcome to the Opperman Report. I'm your host, Private Investigator Ed Opperman. You can find me at Opperman Investigations and Digital Forensic Consulting through my website, emailrevealer.com. If you like today's show, check out our members section where we have all kind of additional content, exclusive content you can't find online or over the airwaves at OppermanReport.com. You can sign up, become a member, and help support the show. As always, our archives are free at Spreaker.com. And if you go to our archives, you can find two previous shows we've done with one of our guests, John Klysek, who wrote the book School World Order, And we're also joined by his mentor and inspiration, Charlotte Iserbyt, who wrote the book, The Deliberate Dumbing Down of America, which is a famous book. And if you look it up on Amazon, a used copy is going for like $180. So it's highly in demand. So let's start out. John, introduce yourself and remind the audience, who is John Klisek?
Okay, thanks for having me back, Ed. I am a college professor. I teach English rhetoric, author of School World Order, which builds on Charlotte's wonderful 700-page tome. And basically, I'm just looking at how that everything she wrote about is still taking place and moving forward. And I also wrote an article having to do with a case involving her son that she's going to talk about today. And so I'm just kind of here to, ride along for the ride.
Gotcha. And Miss Iserbyt, tell us about yourself. Who is Charlotte Iserbyt?
Well, I really don't know. I am a very weird bird that has ended up doing all sorts of things I never dreamed I'd do. I wanted to be a tennis player, and I ended up working all over the world for ambassadors, mostly to the Middle East and in Belgium, where I met my husband. I was working for the Belgian ambassador, Douglas MacArthur II, the nephew. And then I moved from there. I married my Belgian husband, and we lived in Belgium and in the West Indies, where he operated a yacht charter business. We had a lovely Alden schooner that we chartered down there. Lovely years of my life, where my two sons, including the one we're going to talk about, Sam, were born. And then I moved back to, we finally moved back to the United States, to Camden, Maine, where I got on a local school board, and I had a virtual heart attack with what I saw in the early 70s, which resulted in really all of my activism. I was on the local school board, and after I got off, formed an organization, Guardians of Education for Maine, which the late Congressman John Ashbrook from Ohio said should be a group like that in every state in the country to be able to identify for parents the sinister nature of American education, which has been used to bring us into globalism. I then went down to Washington, D.C. I was appointed Reagan a senior policy advisor in the Reagan Department of Education. Another document came across my desk, which said confidential on one page. It was a grant going out across the country, better education skills through technology. One page said what we can control and manipulate at the local level, which confirmed everything I had seen as a local school board member, which was being controlled by the feds. And so I leaked that document, feeling there was nothing else I could do in good conscience, and I got myself fired from the Reagan Department of Education. Then I moved out and exposed Ronald Reagan's agreement with Gorbachev to merge the two education systems and all the other systems as well. And we exposed that, which the conservatives had no intention of exposing at all, and moved on. And then I just wrote the book, The Deliberate Dumbing Down of America. And from then on, I have to give credit to the editor and the publisher of that book, two gals, who really should get equal credit. I had all the research. They had some. I did the artwork. But I think it's really divide that pie in three for credit. And they never get credit, so I'm giving them credit right now. And then after that, I've done a lot of radio, and I have my website, deliberatedumbingdown.com, where just about everything I've ever written you can find there. A lot of YouTubes I've done, and that's about it. Oh, I want to mention that all of a sudden, somehow, I ran into this wonderful guy whose name is Jake. I call him Jake Klisek, and I had no idea that he was just a baby. Because he's so brilliant, I guess you don't get your brilliance by being old like I am. He's so young. I don't understand. I'm now in the middle of going through the last part of the book, which is incredible research on the creation of the new man through technology. And I think I may have to go to the hospital and have another brain surgery to get me back to normal after looking at what Jake is writing about. I just returned from brain surgery. It was a stroke, which never should have happened, but that's another story. So at the moment, I am on my own recuperating for a very, very complicated brain surgery, brain bleed. And I hope your audience will excuse whatever deficiencies they find in my brain as a result of all of this.
Well, I got to tell you, so far so good. How long ago did you come out of this surgery?
Oh, I had the surgery the 18th of March.
Okay, God bless you, man. And how you feeling?
What's that?
I said, how are you feeling?
I'm coming along fine. I really am amazed that I survived. The surgeon, a fantastic doctor, neurosurgeon, spent quite a lot of time on me. I think that he thought I was going to go out, but I didn't, due to him. And great surgeon, and I am very grateful to God Almighty, I think, who did have a huge part in saving me. I mean, I really went out. I was really about going and was brought back. And I feel that there must be some reason that the good Lord and the surgeon brought me back. And it's a weird place to be. I'm sort of in between now. I really was gone, and he brought me back, and I'm in this space now where I'm looking at everything, in the past and what we're going through at the moment, which is, for another better word, certainly weird. And I can, speak on that a little bit. I think that I believe that coronavirus exists, but I believe it is the most brilliant move they've ever made to sort of draw a line between the traditional concerns of true conservatives versus the commie left that have always been on the table. I think that I'm very interested in this. That's got to be wiped away, that 50 to 100-year battle being fought between the right and the left, and it has to be put under a new roof.
Well, Charlotte, let me ask you this. What was it in the 70s that caused you to be so upset with the education system that you embarked on this crusade?
Well, there were some quotes that really blew my mind. I think the Carnegie Corporation little book that I came across is called Conclusions and Recommendations for the Social Studies. And it says right there that they would use the schools, this Carnegie, to change America's capitalist economic system to a planned economy and to take our land. That's probably number one. There are a million other quotes, but that is number one, because that is exactly what's been done. The tax-exempt foundations, which the great Norman Dodd, tried to expose in 1953 and was shut down, they are behind the globalist movement. They want to change America from exactly the quote that Carney said. We will use the schools to change America from a capitalist economy to a socialist planned economy, and actually under the New World Order that's used. So when I saw that, and in some cases to take our land, when I saw that, I guess that was the major one. There have been other quotes as well, and they're all on my website at deliberatedumbingdown.com.
Now, you say that then President Reagan removed you from your appointment there after you started speaking out against this. So then you would describe Reagan as a leftist commie?
Yes,
really?
Absolutely. After going through a lot of turmoil I was a great supporter of his. And then when I got in there, I saw what he did. He allowed not just my firing, but the firing of the director of the National Institute of Education, a wonderful traditional educator, not very apolitical guy, Edward Curran. He allowed the Secretary of Education, Ted Bell, from Utah, who really I call a communist. He's dead now. And he allowed Ted Bell to fire Edward Curran when Edward Curran, the director of this most important division, the National Institute of Education, when he recommended to President Reagan that, okay, if you're not going to